Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Shapeshifters has started off with a bang, and it looks like it's just gonna get better. Remember those tournament winner cards that we've had over the past month in this game? EA's not done with those yet. If you've seen the leaks, you know what I mean. We're going to talk about potentially a new team of cards coming into packs maybe today on Saturday, and we know all the players coming. We're going to look at that and how the market is not doing good because of how good Shapeshifters content is. Prices, especially on Ultimate Team of the Season cards, have dropped a lot, and they could drop more with this content continuing to come out. But there is still one easy investment I like on the market right now. Let's get into things, guys. If you're excited for Shapeshifters and the end of TOTS finally, drop a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you are new. Let's get into the conversation by looking over yesterday's Friday big content drop of the Shapeshifters promo. First, in objectives, where we have the refresh of the weekly play. The second completion is now available to get done. You get yourself a guaranteed Shapeshifters Team 1 pack here, and of course the SP from the actual objective itself. Now, the most important thing inside of objectives right now is the crafting SBC completionist objective. We have some nice packs in here for doing 100 completions of the Shapeshifters crafting upgrade SBC. I mean, we've been doing the TOTS crafting, but so many of us got that objective done super early from when that was released. It just felt like there was no other objective to go along with that. It was just the crafting SBC. Well, here we go with a new one. We've got an objective here for some bonus packs, some good ones, an 86 times 10 and 86 times 7 as well. It's only 100 completions. You'll get that done faster than you might realize. Of course, the same super daily silver into the grind pack, into the crafting pack is still available, so it's very easy to get done even if you have like nothing in your club. So make sure you run those up here pretty soon and get those extra packs. Now, the daily play games objective I want to mention really quickly as well, because you get really good packs every single day. I mean, a double 84, a double 83, 383s, and then an 83 1-of-4 player pick. That's actually really solid, I'm being completely honest. From a daily play games, just for playing 3 games, those are some good packs. And as well, the daily play games completionist gives out some decent packs too. Our objective player yesterday was Haji Wright, USA center attacking mid position change card, and he does give 1,000 SP between 2 of the objectives in here, so that's really important. Of course, SP right now, I'm almost to level 25, but people have hit the end of the season as of yesterday. There's enough SP to get to level 35. People are using Kaká, they're using Rafael Leao. They are out there now. It is possible to obtain those, which is insane. Now, let's go to SBCs next, where we'll talk about the player SBCs, because we had one request from EA for these Shapeshifter cards. They'd be cheap, right? That's what we asked them to make them, and they did that. I mean, both the player SBCs yesterday are less than 275,000 coins. The first is this right back, left back, CDM David Beckham card. A lot of intrigue with this card, and with the price being super cheap, you might as well just get them done and try them out. Now, personally for me, I think the playstyles are a little bit all over the place for this card. Like, he's a right back, left back, and CDM, yet he has chip shot finesse and low driven. I wish he would have right mid or maybe right wing on this card as well. This card would be a perfect right mid in my opinion. However, I think he'd still be really good at CDM. I wish he had bruiser or intercept just to fit that position a little bit more. Maybe a press proven as well, but that's a really fun card to try out for honestly a super duper low price. His SBC is very upvoted. Like, when have you had the chance to use David Beckham at right back, left back, or CDM anyway? So I get it. I like that one for the price. I think it's a fun one to try. Same thing with the Lewandowski. EA went 2 for 2 yesterday with getting the prices right on these SBCs. I think if these cards were expensive, people wouldn't want to try them, but they're cheap, so it's like, why not? Incisive pinged quick step and low driven on a center mid Lewandowski, who can also play cam and CDM. But I think if you want to try him out, I would probably play him as a cam. He's got great passing stats, good shooting, dribbling's okay, his defense and physical is solid, and his playstyles really lend him to be more of a center attack in mid. Almost all the scoring playstyles, he's got 2 playstyle pluses in passing. He does have relentless Trivela in the first touch as well. No trickster press proven, and no defending playstyles again, so probably better as a maybe box to box at the most, but probably a center attacking mid card there. Of course, all the Shapeshifters have all the roll pluses for their positions, so that makes it even really more easy to try them out. 4 squads for him. He's also 250,000 coins to get done. Great SBC content from yesterday, from EA yesterday in terms of the players. Let's hope that continues throughout the promo. Now, we had one upgrade pack yesterday. I call it a pack. It's actually a player pick. The 86 plus 2 of 3. We can do 4 of these each and every day. It requires 186 and an 85 rated squad. I was wondering if we were going to get a replacement for the 83 times 14, but we did not. I think the 82 times 20 being unlimited repeatable here is what EA is saying is our upgrade pack grind for now. Of course, we do have the new crafting objective grind and crafting SBC grind, as we mentioned here, with the Super Daily Silver, the Shapeshifters grinding, and the Shapeshifters crafting. The Shapeshifters grinding upgrade was mistakenly put out requiring bronzes yesterday at first, and then EA fixed it. Of course, it required bronzes during TOTS, at least the second half of TOTS, and they switched it back over to being silvers. I think bronzes was easier than silvers, if I'm being completely honest, but it's going to be really easy to get these Super Dailies done into the grinding packs, then into the crafting packs to get you that 100 for the crafting upgrade for sure. So that was the SBC content yesterday. Good stuff in there. Actually, one thing I will mention again, the 82 times 20 right now is as cheap as it's going to get. It's, guys, look at this, is crazy. The 8220 version 1, which is the 85 and the 86 specific requirement squads, 27,000 coins. That is incredibly cheap. That's actually where one of my favorite investments is at the moment, because of some of those cards probably going to go up a bit because of how cheap they are. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's a really cheap 82 times 20. And, you know, you're probably packing more of those cards as well if you hit some player picks, some rewards, or maybe even those crafting packs and objective packs this weekend. You're going to have more 85s and 86s to put into the 82 times 20. Now let's go to evolutions, where of course we had high expectations for yesterday and EA kind of delivered, but there's one problem. There's just one pretty big problem with the Shapeshifters Strike Force Evo, but there's also one great thing about this that I think makes up for that problem. Firstly, it is 500,000 coins, and that is the biggest problem. At this stage of the game, a 500,000 coin Evo feels so much more expensive due to the fact that most stuff on the market is crazy cheap. But this is a very unique evolution nonetheless. We had the requirements basically spot on, but there's no position number requirement. It's not max 3 positions or whatever like that, and that makes this evolution that much better. I'll show you some of the crazy combinations that people are coming up with in a second. Now, taking pace up to 96, going to 5-star, 5-star, giving the incisive, the finesse, the aerial, and the quick step. It is a good Evo. It does not give the low driven. I was really hoping it would give low driven base, since that's such a meta playstyle right now in this game. It does not give that, unfortunately, but the rest of the boost that this Evo gives, it is pretty good. Like, Cristiano Ronaldo is obviously one of the most popular cards that goes into this. I have no idea who I'm going to put into this. I think I'm going to wait a couple days just to figure it out. Of course, it is 500,000 coins, so that feels like it should be a decision that you think about a little bit. But the crazy thing with this Evo is, since it doesn't require max 3 positions, you can put a card like Ruud Gullit or even center backs in this. Some people are putting center backs in this evolution through the season pass striker position change. You can put striker onto any player, then you can put them into this evolution if their stats fit the requirements, like Gullit does. Now, I put finesse on my Gullit a couple of weeks ago. He's actually really well formatted for this. Like, imagine this Gullit card with finesse instead of incisive. I'm very tempted to do Gullit in this evolution for myself. But take a look at some of the other cards that are in here. There's a insane Yaya Toure. If you have this Yaya Toure foot birthday card still in your club, you give him the striker position, you get incisive and finesse and a crazy stat boost to the pace, shooting, and dribbling on that card. No boost to defensive physical, but he's probably fine there, right? That's a really crazy Yaya Toure. There's even a Vieira evolution here. Put striker on foot birthday Vieira, and he goes up to a crazy 96 rated, all 90 plus stat card there. There are so many insane combinations, and the crazy thing is, it's only going to get more insane with more evolutions coming out during Shapeshifters, and of course, those position change evolutions still being available in this season pass. So I think the requirements being more open like that makes this a really big W. I'm going to have to decide who I want to put into it. Do I want to go with the striker like the Cristiano, or am I going to try to do something crazy with like Gullit or a different position of player on this game? We're going to look at that. I'll give myself a little bit of time to look at that. I just wish it maybe wasn't 500,000 coins, maybe like 300k, but that still is a really, really crazy Evo. Now, the other Evo from yesterday is the Zidane evolution. And of course, if you saw Reddit content what this Zidane evolution was showing, the craziest thing was EA had it somehow mistakenly glitched to show Zidane going to a 5 playstyle plus 99 rated card. Obviously, that's not the card that we get from this. That doesn't even really look like a 99 rated card either, except for the shooting stat. I wish he had 5 playstyle pluses. That would be incredible. But what I like about this the most is I like the concept. This was the free Zidane, of course, that they gave us during Team of the Year. And actually, if you didn't upgrade your Zidane, the 90 overall Zidane into this gets low driven. And I think he actually looks a little bit better than the 96 Zidane if you made him a 94. If you were a club member, I think that's what you had to be able to get into a 94 in the first place. But I just love this concept, being able to take a free card that was really good earlier in the game when they gave it out, and then upping his stats and refreshing him from where we're now in the power curve at. 5-star cam, center mid striker, very good stats. It's Zidane. Who doesn't want to use this card? He's got great playstyles now that have been added, and of course, he gets a whole bunch of roll pluses for this card now that he gets this boost here. That's a great one. I know it's 250,000 coins, but it's a continuation of a cool thing that happened earlier in the game, later now in the cycle at this stage. So I absolutely love that. I wish it was maybe a little bit cheaper as well, but I still think that is really, really cool. I hope they do that maybe with like the cards that we got, the Gervinho, the Ibarbo, and the Doumbia, maybe Maradona for those of us who have not evolved him yet. I hope there's some future evolutions like that incoming as well. And this one, gotta mention this super dope cosmetic Evo. It's 35,000 coins, but like the state of that card, that's insane. I don't think I'm gonna change Lamine Yamal out of my red Foot Champs player pick, but I mean that looks pretty freaking sick on almost any card you put it into. We'll try to find somebody really good that looks great with that color wave, but that's a cool little 35,000 coin Shapeshifters Supreme Evo there. Let's talk about the cards that are in packs, because I think that's one of the things that is driving the hype of this promo right now is, number one, the pack weight. I know, guys, pack weight's always a tough conversation to have because you might pack somebody and somebody else might not. But if you take a look at the prices of these Shapeshifter cards, and actually it's the stats. If you take a look at the pack weight in the store, the pack weight is odds on percentage better, like a lot better than it was for this last 2 weeks of Team of the Season for MLS and Saudi and for Ultimate Team of the Season. And the prices of these cards show that. I mean, take a look at some of these 4 playstyle plus 97 and 98 rated cards that are only a couple 100,000 coins. Even some of the 95 and 96 rated cards down here, like Endrick, is only 200,000 coins for stats like that. And for a card who has not gotten a promo for a long time that people would want to try out, that's what it is with this promo and these cards. They're intriguing and they're interesting enough to so many people that they're wanting to go and buy these cards out, and they're at prices that are very affordable, and it's actually hurting the market. We're going to talk about that in a second, but these cards are decently packable. And again, the ratings and the stats and the intrigue to use them with the position changes is so high. I mean, that's part of the fun for me with this. I was able to pack a couple of these cards yesterday, including Royce and Rashford, and I've even played a couple games with them already. Royce is so fun, man. He is so fun with his intercept, with his anticipate, the incisive, the jockey. You would never think to use Royce as CDM, but he cooks there. It's awesome. Rashford, I haven't quite gotten a hold of yet, but his dribbling is insane with the 99 pace and the technical plus. He's got the long ball pinged and the anticipate there as well. And even some of the cheaper cards here, like I kind of want to try out that Moppy Leon, as I mentioned. A Cherby could be a fun one to try out. Mamadarshvili, Konate. This Konate card, by the way, really is getting a lot of hype right now. I actually picked up like 6 of him for 430,000 coins because I think he can go up today. There's a lot of hype for him. He has 99 reactions on this card. One thing I do want to mention, though, about Konate and Vincent Kompany and some of the cards that are in packs right now that got position changed to a goalkeeper, allegedly, and I think you can see it here in game, EA messed these cards up like they did in FIFA 23. They gave these players that are not originally goalkeepers the regular player, the outfield player basic chemistry style. They did not give them goalkeeper basic, so it's not giving them the boost in game that they should be getting. So a lot of people were going onto the market and buying the goalkeeper basic play style, or the chem style, sorry. But maybe the best way to do that is if you have one of those in your club, or a cat, or any of the other goalkeeper chem styles that are out there, just put that on the Konate or on the company that you want to try out before using them in game, because that will help that player perform better. Just wanted to mention that. But these cards, I mean, Cafu looks really good, kind of, having some nice swings in price here. That's the next thing I want to talk about is these cards have a lot of demand. You can see their prices moving a lot, but I mean, I'm probably not going to hold on to the Konates that I bought for super long today just because the weight from rewards looks pretty good too. Like, yeah, I'm going to say, mention pack weight again. I was watching some of the rewards videos. I watched Nick run the Foot Markets video just really quickly before recording this to see, like, yo, what's the weight like? And man, the weight looks very, very good. Pick up another Konate there for 430K because he's very hyped and a lot of people want to try him. But it's not like Ultimate Tots are taking over the rewards in terms of the pack weight. It's like there's a lot of Shapeshifters in it, but you still have a decent chance at the Ultimate Tots players that are actually good. And that is one of the reasons I think as well that the market is getting cooked, right? You talk about Shapeshifter cards that people are wanting to try out and wanting to use because they look interesting and they look fun, and you have good SBCs and evolutions that did drain coins. This is probably part of it as well. The Evos, right? The 500K Evo and also the 250,000 coins Don evolution, that's taking coins off the market. All those things considered, with the hype of Shapeshifters feeling like a good promo, take a look at Ultimate Tots cards, man. They did have some drops and then some spikes. We bought Rafinha, that card literally right there, for 1.57. Sold him for just below 1.7 mil, and now he's 1.4. We sold Harry Kane for 990K yesterday. He's now 820,000 coins. A lot of these Team of the Season cards have gotten cooked in price. Now, my worry is that it's going to continue. And yes, I do know that these cards are technically packable from rewards. They are. They're in the tradable rewards pack for the higher levels. You can pack these in, I think it's the 94 plus or the guaranteed Shapeshifter / Ultimate Tots packs, and I'm not saying the weight from them is super incredible, which is making all these cards drop, and you're seeing a lot of first owner cards like Conte hit the market. But if you compare price here, you're going to see some fresh first owner Contes. Sure, he was just in packs from Ultimate Tots, but he's getting supplied a little bit as well from those cards being in rewards. Now, they had some pretty big drops. They can have some spikes. Like, I actually just bought Alexia Putellas Team of the Season for 440,000 coins on bid. Bids are your friend, of course. Late night, any time of the day, honestly, at this stage of the game, who wants to bid on cards right now? Everybody just wants to buy them and put them in their team. Get on the bids today. You can absolutely trade with some of these Team of the Seasons and have some fluctuation trades for them. Like I picked up the Putellas, picked up a couple of N'Golo Kante. I picked up some Osimhen as well. I saw Osimhen over 400,000 coins yesterday. I just bought him for 311K. He's like 330. So I'm hoping that card goes up a little bit today. And I think if you're watching the market, you can see some slight rises on cards, kind of like how we saw yesterday after content, right? You had some drops, you had a bit of a rise. We've had some more drops into the early hours today on Saturday. I think you can see a little bit of a rise, hopefully a good rise in today on Saturday, but then it's probably going to keep going down. I'm a little bit worried about that because the Shapeshifter cards probably are going to go down as well, and there's more of them, I think, coming today. There's more cards coming into packs today, as we're going to talk about. So that's one of my worries at the moment. Now, the cards that are feeling the market drop the most are the road to the finals. And it's not just because we're getting a new squad of players, but my goodness, Kvaratskhelia 1.5 mil. Due is under, he just was under 3 million coins. He was 2.6. This card was 3.7 mil yesterday. He has dropped a ton. Hakimi was 1.6, 1.7. He's 1.15. Vitinha, of course, this is definitely affected by him getting yet again another card. He was 800,000 coins. Now he's 550. So a lot of these cards have gotten absolutely cooked. And I think it's because they were really rare and really expensive. Now new cards are coming out that people want to try. And those cards are dropping even more. Now, the part of the market that I think is investable at the moment is fodder. Guys, I like 86s. I know some people are like, oh, Nate, 86s are minimum price again. They can't be a good investment, right? We still have the 82 times 20, and you just saw how cheap it was. We also have the 86 plus player pick that requires at least 186, but I think the 82 times 20 is enough demand in itself, since that's the cheapest method to do it right now is with the 85 and 86 rated squads. I do believe the 86s can go up a little bit this weekend. I think if you're going to buy 86s, buying them at minimum price, 3.6 to 3.7K is still a good investment. We were talking about it yesterday on the stream. You can even see when you look up these cards too, like Pedri, he's not sitting at min price here with a lot of cards. It's just a few cards. That's for Pedri. Let's check one more just for covering our basis sake. Cancelo's not even 3.7K, not even 3.8K. So a lot of these 86s are actually maybe going above 4,000 coins now. We're starting to go back towards 4K. I think if you get some of those on bid under 4,000 coins, you're going to be making yourself some coins later on in the weekend. Yeah, Carvajal's 4K, they're definitely going up. I think those are a good investment under 4,000 coins, and 85s under 2.8K as well. I think those both can go up throughout the weekend and probably rise all the way into maybe Monday, Tuesday timeframe later on this week. But I also think, like I've already put some of my coins into cards here, you can absolutely kind of fluctuation trade with some cards. Now, I wasn't immune to some of the losses yesterday. I bought this Pedro Porro for 380. I bought these Archie Grays for 200,000 coins trying to make some quick flips. But after I saw how the market was moving, I just wanted to get out on some of those and not risk it. And I'm glad that I did, because some of them have gone even lower, and I'm not really wanting to trade with those today with how the Shapeshifter content is looking. So be careful out there in the market, but you can buy some cards and make some profit. Last thing we got to cover here is the leaks, the news, the information, and we'll end the video with a couple of packs as well. We're not going to end the pack with the video like I said a couple days ago. We'll end the video with a pack. But this was the real big surprise leak. We thought we were done with these winners teams, right? Of course, we had the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, and the Women's Champions League cards. But EA said, we know you guys like these. I'm guessing they said that. I don't know. Or maybe they just said, we want to sell some more packs and we want Portuguese people to buy FC points and we're going to put these cards in the store. Anyways, we're getting a team of UEFA Nations League winners today, we think. Now, the guess is today they're coming into packs because the card design was just added into the game. You maybe saw it as I was searching for the team of the season design in here. It's called the Star Performer. It's called the Star Performer card design, which is something that I don't think I've ever heard before in terms of a card design name, but that is the design that was used here by the leakers, so I'm guessing that's the one that's going to be used. These are official stats, by the way. We'll zoom in a little bit further on these cards so you can see them. Ronaldo, 97 with 4 playstyle pluses. That card is slightly better than his team of the season. Nuno Mendes with some good playstyle pluses, including low-driven shot. Rafa Leao, Joao Neves, Vitinha. The only comment I will make about this team in a negative sort of fashion is a lot of these guys play for PSG or Chelsea, and of course they just got promo cards like Joao Neves, Vitinha just got road to the final Champions League cards. Neto got the Conference League. Gonzalo Ramos got the Champions League as well in there. So you've got a handful of players here that have very similar versions already in the game. Bruno Fernandes is getting a card here. I think this one's better than his team of the season, but you take it, right? These cards are probably going to be rare. They're probably going to be tough to pack like all the other releases were, but it's just the fact that EA is doing it and recognizing this team. It's just hype. It's cool. You're going to have some of the trophy dynamics in there as well. Not only are we having 197 rated like the other teams, we've got 4 97 rateds in there. So I think that's just an absolute dove. How can you not like that? And that's why I'm actually not opening as many packs right now. And I didn't open all my packs yesterday. It's like, might as well wait until those probably come out today. Once again, we're expecting those to come out today, and they're probably only going to be in packs like the other releases were, just for a couple days. But watch out for that. See if anything changes. See if EA put out any different stuff with that Portugal winners team coming out today. Next thing I want to take a look at related to leaks are these evolution leaks, which this seems more so like the leaks we had when we were talking about the next season pass that was incoming. Remember, before this latest season pass, we saw the leaks of the Incisive, the Long Ball, the Quick Step Plus, and all the other evolution consumables that were inside of the season pass. We have a whole bunch added here. Tiki Taka, Jockey, Power Header, Trickster, Travella, Chip Shot, Striker, Left Wing, and Right Wing position, and Rolls. But the new season is still a long ways away because we're still in this new season, Season 8 Shapeshifters. So I'm really curious as to what this is. A lot of people went Low Driven Plus. That would be phenomenal if we had that. Imagine that with today's Evo. Being able to put Low Driven Plus on a couple of the cards that you, like Ronaldo, would love to have it on. So just really watching out for this. Maybe it's going to come out through some sort of cup. Since the Shapeshifters promo, they've given us those specific position change cards. Maybe that's going to be something that we see in objectives or somewhere else in the game more commonly. They do say here exclusive evolution consumables, but that's of course already inside of the season. So I'm not entirely sure what is going to be happening with that there, but those leaks are out there, and I felt like those are worth mentioning because they could happen at any point in time during this weekend, during this week. It's a 3-week, maybe a 4-week promo allegedly for Shapeshifters. That's one thing to note. It might be 4 weeks long. Yeah, it says right there for the next 4 weeks. It is a whole month of Shapeshifters, so it's longer than we thought it was going to originally be. That's maybe another thing that we're not hugely hyped about with this, because Tots was so long. Now this is going to kind of feel long, but if they do things in and around this promo every single week to make it interesting, then it could be good. Now, the next thing I want to look at here as we head into more conversation about today's content on Saturday would be the cards coming as SBCs. We've got Savinho, Werner, Vidic, Marquisio, Abedi, Pele, Labatka, and Kowalski still. I'm going to guess it's one of these. Actually, it might be a decent day for Marquisio as a hero. We'll just have to see if they drop one or if they drop two. But these are all the week one SBCs and objectives that we're expecting. They could also drop like a card like Labatka could be in a Flash Rush event, because of course on Saturdays we normally see a Flash Rush event objective too. Last thing to mention in terms of SBCs would be maybe another upgrade pack. The 85.3 eFigs expires today and doesn't look like it's going to refresh. We'll see if they drop that again, or if they just leave us with the 82x20 and the 86 plus picks with the grind and crafting upgrade that is out. The one thing that I would love to see, and this would help the prices of the 85s and 86s, particularly the 86s, is I would love to see that 1 of 15 encore player pick come back. That was one of the things that we had in previous years of Shapeshifters. We had those kind of year-in reviews, player picks and stuff like that. I would be really hoping to see one of those come back. I know it expired yesterday. If that came back, that'd be phenomenal. That's one of those player pick SBCs that would be cool to have out at all times to try to chase cards that we could then put into evolutions. And speaking of Evos, we're going to get an Evo today. There's no leak right now as I'm recording this video, but Foot Agent seems to say that there is another 93 rated overall evolution that is going to be coming in hot. And that is why we mentioned in yesterday's stream, and I'll mention it now too, take a look at the market. If there are cards, we don't know the position yet, but if there are cards that are 93 rated that you know are going to be hyped for evolutions, keep an eye out for those on the market, because those could end up being good investments and good trades. And we have an 85x3 eFig pack here giving us a shapeshifter. Looks like it's going to be Donnarumma. Please give me Konate. I would absolutely love that. It's probably going to be a fodder card. It's like Gurma or Kogel or something like that. Who is it? It is a Cherby 95. I'll take it though. Like, it's that tunnel design. When you see that you're packing something, wow, 2 PSG cards, 1 pack. Oh, Vitinha, man. Vitinha. Is he going to be in that Portugal team? Did I see him? Yeah, of course he's going to be in the Portugal team. That'd be a Portugal card later today. That's a bummer. I'll open one more pack for you guys. Let's do an 84.7. But the pack weight with these just seems to be a little bit better. Not in every single pack are you packing a special Shapeshifters, but it's just that little bit better that makes it feel kind of like worth opening and sending all the upgrade packs and doing some of that. I will say the store pack out right now is a 375,000 coin one. I opened it with coins yesterday, and I did hit Rashford. So that was nice. But, it gave a lot of 86s too. That was one of the reasons why I ended up opening that, because the 86s can then go into the 82x20. I'll open one more, all right? I got to save 184x7. I know we're still going to get more than today. All right, no shapeshifter there. Maybe I just got lucky with that 85x3. But I'm excited to get my weekend league done after seeing so many people open good rewards and have good luck from that. Very, very excited to get my weekend league going and done, to see what reward picks we can get and then what we can get from the packs. Okay, I'll open all 4 of them. All right, no shapeshifters apart from the Cherry. But you know what? We keep chasing, and I'll save the rest of my packs for today. I could probably do a couple of 82x20s now after packing those 85s and 86s. But let's hope that maybe the Nations League cards today aren't that rare and actually have a decent pack weight, and we'll see what other content EA have for us on a Saturday. Best of luck with your Champs games. Best of luck out there with the market and these prices. We're going to try to get some flips in today and hopefully make some profits. If you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're enjoying Shapeshifters, drop a thumbs up on the video. Comment down below what you like, what you don't like about Shapeshifters. I'd love to hear your comments on that. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I will see you guys in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Saturday. Peace.